Hey there, it's Clay with modernlove.life, and this is Relationship Inner Game. Now, in our last video, we talked about the first of the 5 stages that your ex goes through in the process of getting back together with you. And we introduced the topic of reactance to you, okay, emotional reactance. So I'm not gonna go over the first stage or emotional reactance too much here. You can go ahead and check out the first video for that. But in this video, I wanna talk to you about the second stage that your ex goes through in the process of getting back together. And when your ex is in this stage, which we call the test drive stage, you'll know that this is happening because your ex is really giving you one-word replies, one-word answers, little like one-sentence, little things that don't really have a whole lot of emotional context in them or content in them. I kind of blurred those words together there. Anyway, what happens is, you know, for example, maybe you are sending a text message to your ex. You're sending them some kind of thing where you're basically asking them like, oh, hey, you know, what happened to you this weekend or something like that. And they might just text you back something like, nothing, or my weekend was okay, or I'm doing good, you know, something like that, right? And there's not a whole lot of meat for you to sink your teeth into in order to actually build a conversation on. Because, you know, like if someone says, yeah, I'm doing good, you know, like what are you supposed to say? Yeah, that's awesome that you're doing good. I was doing good once too. And I'm doing okay right now. You know, like that's not the kind of conversation that's gonna actually be engaging for anybody, really. The thing with this stage of getting back together is, as we talked about last time, your ex's reactance towards you is starting to shrink a little bit, okay? So your ex is starting to feel a little bit more comfortable interacting with you, comfortable enough to the point that they're able to give you these one-word replies, these little like one-line responses, but they're still very hesitant about interacting with you. They're still very hesitant about engaging with you on an emotional level. They still are hesitant about really putting any skin in the game, so to speak. And so they're just kind of doing the bare minimum to kind of check the box to say, yep, I got back to you. I did not, you know, ghost you or anything like that. I responded to you. It's your fault that the conversation died out, you know, something along those lines. And so what you want to do here is you want to deepen the emotional connection between the two of you by shifting things from the superficial level of communication down to the emotional level of communication. And then once you're down there, you can use the conversational strategies such as the advanced relational skills to start to really hook your ex in emotionally and start to develop an actual substantial conversation with them, okay? But just know that this is normal and this is just your ex's reactance decreasing if your ex was at the wall of reactance stage, or it could actually be your ex's reactance increasing if they were at the third stage that they go through when getting back together, which we'll talk about in the next video. But this test drive stage, it can be kind of tricky because you have to be really good at really shifting that emotional conversation from surface down to emotional connection, okay? Because if you stay in the surface level of communication, which is what a lot of people tend to do, you'll just end up exhausting the conversation, tiring it out, and then your ex will just be left with some kind of weird sensation like, why were you texting me for like 30 minutes about different types of printer cartridges or something like that, right? And it's just going to seem totally weird and forced, and it's not going to really be conducive towards having a good positive emotional interaction. If you're watching this video on YouTube, you can go down below and go to the link in the description for relationshipinnergame.com. And what that'll do is that will take you to a short little quiz that you can fill out, and it'll tell us, you know, kind of where you're at with your relationship and where you're at with your ex and all of that stuff. And we'll start to send you some tips and advice and strategies to help you based off of your responses. If you're watching this video on our website, modernlove.life, what you can do is you can go down below this video and click on a link there, which will take you to a page which will tell you more about the advanced relational skills that you can use to start to improve the connection with your ex. If your ex is at the test drive stage and they are giving you these one-word responses, these one-word replies, these short little curt, like little crumbs of a response, then you can use the information on the link down below to help you to build out that emotional connection between you and your ex so that you can actually form the foundation of a solid emotional connection and get back together with them, okay? So anyway, this has been Clay with modernlove.life, and this has been Relationship Inner Game. If you are watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and leave a comment down below letting me know what other types of videos you would like to see me make in the future. Anyway, this has been Clay, and I'll talk to you in our next video. Take care.